Hi, I'm Una. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I do project panning and other kind of makeup related stuff and other stuff possibly. So today I figured I'd film basically a conclusion to my kind of full face project pan, trying to finish a couple things before the end of the year. I had 7 items in this project pan, and I have some kind of mixed results, but I think I'm just gonna kind of call it because for the rest of the year I'm going to be traveling to see family, so I don't want to like have to bring these things with me if I don't want to, and I just kind of want a fresh restart for the new year because this year has not been a great painting year for me. So yeah, that's basically it. Let's get into it. So the first item is my NYX High Glass Primer. This is like a dewy kind of sparkly face primer. I have used this an additional 11 times this month, or since last update, which was about a month and a week. So yeah, not bad. There definitely is some air in here, but the packaging is very close to empty, and I guess maybe I could finish it by the end of the year, but I just don't think that that's likely. But I do think it is. I'm going to finish it early next year, and that's honestly fine with me. This is not that old. Next is the powder from my e.l.f. Illuminating palette. This is what it's looking like. I'll put up some comparison pictures. I have used this 27 times in the past month, which I feel like is pretty darn good. And I definitely have expanded the pan. I also used a bit of it for Frankenshade, so I did hit side pan doing that, and it's just still nowhere near to gone, and I do feel like I'm gonna have to like repress it or depot it, and I would just rather do that for a fresh start at the beginning of the year. So yeah, I do have other powders I can use in the meantime and probably will use. I probably won't bring this whole palette with me. When I go home, I'll probably just bring my single powder because I also haven't like used that most of this year. But yeah, I've made huge progress on this whole palette. I just posted on Instagram about it recently in the past like 2 years. So I'm super happy with that, and not at all mad that I didn't finish this powder this year. So yep, that's that. Next is my Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Dusk. This I have used 16 times in the past month, and it is again also so close to being done, but I don't think it's going to happen this year. It's looked about like this close to being done for a while, and I just want to be able to use a couple other blushes. I've made some Franken blushes recently. I have some cream blushes I like haven't used all year, so I'd just love to be able to take some time off this. I do love it, but I've just used it so much. I'm also like not really in a rush to get rid of the last bits of it. I really love this blush. It is definitely like my signature blush look at this point, but I have some other blushes and I just love to have the freedom to work on those. I also can't really travel with this because it explodes everywhere, so it's not gonna get a lot of use in the next couple weeks anyways. So that's that. Next is my NYX lip liner in the shade Sugar Glass. Now, story time for this. I was using it totally fine. I used it 16 times in the past month. I was gonna put a little bit on right before filming. The tip fell out because it breaks constantly. It fell out onto my floor, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna use that. It's the floor. If it falls out onto my desk or like onto my paper or onto the top of a palette, I usually will just tuck it back in. But I was like, okay, the floor is a line. So then I was like, all right, I'll go sharpen it and see how much progress that got me. And I cannot get this to sharpen. It just is so hard to turn. It is like hurting my hands. I just don't want to have to deal with it. I got to like just barely the base of some new product, but you really can't get anything out of it. So I'm gonna call this an empty, honestly. I can't sharpen it anymore. So I used up all the rest of it. It used to be like a full-length pencil, and I'm happy with that. I would not repurchase this. It cracks all the time. It's really annoying to sharpen, and I just don't need a nude lip liner in my life, honestly. So we're gonna call that an empty, my 5th empty of the year, and that's literally all that's left, so there can't even be that much usable product in there, and it's really not usable because I can't sharpen it. Even I put a rubber band around it to get more grasp on it, and I can't get it. So that's empty, and I'm happy about that, even though it's a little bit debatable. Next is my e.l.f. Sheer Slick Lipstick. I just threw this in, not because I really thought I could finish it up, but because it is very small, and I thought, you know, it's a nice color. I used it 11 times. It's just really not turning out to be one of my like absolute go-tos, and there were a couple lipsticks that I've just been loving the past couple months. So I haven't really been using this, and that's honestly fine with me. I think I got it last year, so it's not like it's getting old or anything. So yeah, that's that. Next is my Ciate Black Liner. I have made a little bit of progress on this since the last update. I've used it 9 times. I have just realized that it's one of those things where I could use it more, but because it's been like final season recently, and maybe I just do a little bit of makeup in the evening for fun, I just don't want to put on black eyeliner just to take it off in a couple hours, especially because this eyeliner is a little bit hard to get off. I just don't want to be scrubbing at my eyes more than I need to be, and I'm honestly not really in a rush to actually finish this up. I didn't think it was going to happen by the end of the year, so yeah, this is fine. 9 more uses. Great. And finally, we have my lip gloss in Stuntin'. So Juicy Lip Gloss. All the writing is rubbing off. The name label is still there, but as you can see, I believe this mark is basically where I was at the beginning of the year, and this is where it is now. And this is a mark I made a couple months ago, and this is where it is now. So I have made progress, but for the amount of uses, it's really not great. So I've used this 58 times since the last update, which again was a month and a week ago, so more than a month per day, and I've made maybe the tiniest mark of progress. So I do like this lip gloss. It is a plumping lip gloss. It does have a minty feeling. I don't mind using a lot of it, but I have 2 tubes of it and they're so big. I also think this is a good time to stop working on this for a while because my lips get really irritated in the winter. I've been able to not wear, I've had to not wear lip products for months at a time, and like the only thing I could put on them was Vaseline. So I'm a little bit worried that if I keep using this with the plumping and everything and the cold air, it's gonna like have another resurgence of the like, it gets like really scaly and gross and dry. So I'm gonna switch to a different lip gloss. I only have like one really other lip gloss that I use in this way where I can just reapply it a bunch. The other 2, I have 2 that are really pigmented and 1 that is really stiff. So basically I will be using my NYX Butter Gloss for the next couple months. And I also want to use that up. I got them in the same year, so it all works out. But yeah, I've been working on this basically all year. Oh, that's not true. I did use my JOA lip gloss earlier in the year. That was my favorite lip gloss. I honestly might repurchase it once I use up another lip gloss, but I've been using this since then and with very little results. So that's totally fine. I do like this lip gloss, but it's the time to switch. So that is how we are. And again, with 58 uses on that means that I've used it over 100 times in the past 3 months. So I've been getting a lot of use on it, and that's that. So those are my 7 products. I do enjoy this kind of project, and I'm still debating as to what I will do next year, but I just want to be able to have a fresh start and really reorganize everything and not have to worry about projects in the background, especially this kind of project with some products that I don't necessarily want to bring with me when I travel to see family. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have ideas for projects I should do next year, let me know. I've been compiling a list to try and figure it out. I think I would like to do Partners in Cream again. I think I would like to do 54321 Project Pan with Elizabeth. I forget her name. I think she used to be Shiny Happy Pans. She is Shiny Happy Pans now. Okay, yeah. And I'm gonna keep doing the Apico Project Pan. I'm gonna have a Pan That palette. I'm gonna have Panless eyeshadows. So yeah, let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one.